Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always, it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me along my journey so far, and if you're new to the channel, then please make sure you hit the bell notification and the subscription button right now so that you can stay up to date with all future content. Well now, on to the show. Alright, here we go. It's time for another mystery box sample review. So, let's go for a dive in and see what we're going to be reviewing today. It's always fun doing these, you just never know what you're going to be picking out. Of all the ones that I've picked out the very first one of these that I've already reviewed. I should have taken this out. So I'm not reviewing the Glengoyne 25 today. I've already done that. Alright, round two, let's see. Okay. Alright, cool. So this is another one from John, and this is another Four Roses release. So this is the Four Roses small batch, and this is their 90 proof. I last reviewed the Four Roses single barrel from these samples, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to really enjoy this one too. Alright, let's see what we get on the nose. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a classic bourbon nose. Although already in comparison to the single barrel, it is nowhere near as intense. It is a lot more subdued, but you kind of expect that when you're going from, say, something that's more of like a cask strength style in comparison to something that's lower proof. So tons of vanilla, caramel. Again, I'm picking up that cherry note, kind of like a Dr. Pepper vibe going on. Almost like a medicinal cherry. Bit of baking spice coming through. Cinnamon, nutmeg. Also maybe like a little bit of eucalyptus as well. It's quite earthy. I'm also getting quite a bit of barrel char out of this. So, yeah, leather as well. There's some leathery notes coming through. Red berries like raspberries, strawberries as well. This is actually quite fruity. I have to say, this is actually quite a very versatile nose for a bourbon. I don't normally get, I'd say, this range of flavor. Alright, let's move on to the palate and see what we get. I'm sure it's going to be as good as the nose. So here we go. Cheers. Okay, so this is a very soft and thin mouthfeel. I have to say, unfortunately, so far anyway, the palate does not really match the nose. From the nose, you would kind of expect something that's a bit more stronger and fuller in flavor. But this is really only characterizing typical bourbon notes. So again, your vanilla, caramel, again, the cherry notes. A little bit of leather as well. There is that sugary sweetness coming in as well. A little bit of oak, and it does also have some of those fruitier elements to it as well. As a whole, I think the difference in this in comparison to the single barrel, it's like day and night. I think if you're going to be going for one of the Four Roses releases, I think between this and the single barrel, you're definitely going to want to go for the single barrel. It definitely has much more to offer. Having said that though, this is still a very enjoyable whiskey. It's just not going to blow you away in any sense. I think it will make itself up for a perfectly decent cocktail. I think for good old, just having a really nice old fashioned or something like that. But again, it is just a standard typical bourbon. Let's say it's pretty much doing everything right. It's just more so, I think the main thing is that you can get better. Yeah, I'll say that's the beauty about trying samples, and that's for being able to try new things. I have to say though, moving on to the finish, it kind of picks up again. The finish on this as well, it is still a short finish. That flavor profile that you got on the flavor profile that I have gotten off on the nose follows through more on the finish. So unfortunately, it does fall short a little bit in the middle section of the in terms of the palate. but again, it makes up for it on the finish. I am also starting to pick up some like milk chocolate notes as well, so at least it is also starting to change a little bit. Yeah, so that's it. I'll leave it at that. My name is Andrew, and I will see you all again on the next video. KIPPIS. Oh, you're still here. Well, why not consider continuing on with some more content and subscribing? I'll see you next time. Bye bye.